Welcome, everybody, to the Three Beards podcast. My name is Craig, along with Chris and Austin. Chris is on remote in the Smoky Mountains.
Hey.
So, well, that was a crazy weekend. Sorry, we're a day late, everybody. It just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, it was a
So
little mess.
we just went, instead of doing a little half-assed job, we just decided, you know what, hey, we'll just postpone it one day and we'll have it all good. So thanks for joining in, everybody that's watching.
Please.
Austin.
Obviously, I'm wearing black as usual, but it's my sad black.
But
I'm honestly speechless, because we lost. I mean, I got nothing to say because
this face right here was the one I was expecting from that Florida State win. He didn't disappoint.
I don't honestly. This is the first time I think I've ever been speechless on this podcast because I was watching the game. You know, I was gonna go hunting on the weekend. I told my father-in-law I'm gonna be a little bit late. You know, watch the game. And man, right when I left, we had a good lead. And then I was listening on the way down, and I was like, "What is going on?" To where I pull into his house, and the last play I see was we lost. And I was like, "Man, I don't know what's going on, man." Because last year, I mean, if you're everyone in our One Heartbeat group, we were called the Cardiac Knights because it would always come down to the wire when it came down to if we were going to win or not. And it was always our defense, you know. Like last year, we had it was called the Shanahan adjustments because our defensive coordinator, Randy Shanahan, would let them score upon us. In the second half, they'd be shut out because he'd figure out adjustments. And now it's this year, it's like he does adjustments in the first half. In the second half, he loses it. So I don't know why he flipped the script. But at the same time, between Craig, Pitt is not a good team, but they're still
not a good team. What did they do?
We lost by 1 point. It had to happen. I told you, Cincinnati, we're going to lose to Cincinnati. That was a one loss I thought we were going to have. Losing to Tulsa is an embarrassment. I'm going to tell you straight up. Losing to Tulsa is an embarrassment after we blew out Houston, who, mind you, is going to give us a run for our money next year because they'll have all their starters back. And to lose to Tulsa, who's a 2-7 team, Tulsa did to us what ECU should have done it to Cincinnati last week. They should have beat Cincinnati and blown it up, but it happened to us this week, and I don't know what to say, man. Something's wrong.
Well, like I told you earlier today, after that Pitt loss, I actually said I was thinking that you guys could possibly have 3 losses, but
we shouldn't have, man. But after beating my 2 losses were going to be Houston and Cincinnati. Houston, after hearing about that, I knew it would be a problem. Cincinnati, as you see, they're 8-1, man. They deserve to be where they are, but losing to Tulsa is an absolute embarrassment. I understand we went on a road game, but man, how many other road games did we play? Come on, why Tulsa of all people? I mean, they just showed up, and it's an embarrassment, man. It was a sucky weekend. I was looking at our Facebook page. I'm going to bring Javier in hopefully in the next week because I have questions for him because we added on. We have a bunch of parents in our group from players, and one of the dads was talking about he kept hinting towards the players are fine. It's our coaches. What he seemed like, you know, he was like, but it's like he knows something now. He can't tell us, but it's something about the coaches. He's like, I know it needs to be fixed. And if it doesn't be fixed now, it's going to be worse next season. And I said, we can't have a worse next season, man. We're already having a bad season. We're having a good season. You know, we had 3 losses. It happened.
Maybe your coach is going to do us like our coach did us. Maybe he knows he's got a new job. And maybe he just don't care no more. I mean, that's
Scott Frost didn't do that. He knew he was leaving, but he still went out there and beat Auburn. You know, he's not going to go anywhere because he had a good run. But like me and Craig were talking about, his first year was of Scott Frost's last year of recruits. Now it's Heupel's recruits. See what he can do. He has a lot of good recruits coming, but something's going on. And I don't know who is calling the plays, if it's Heupel or if it's the offensive coordinator, but there's a lot of calls that I'm looking like I know I'm only a bystander, but I'm making better calls than this. I'm watching the game going, hey, go right. If you would have went right, you would have got a first down. No, it was up the middle, up the middle, up the middle. It's not working. We don't have the same offensive line like we did last year. Our offensive line last year was NFL material. Now, no offense, they're not there yet. They're still
Pop Warner material.
Most of those guys, except for our starter, our center, I watched them. Those were our second string last year. When they got put into the game, they were just immature kids. I'm saying
was that a hot take? Was that a hot take from a 5-loss team?
But we're going 4-0. We got the Gators the week after next. We're gonna blow the Gators out.
No, you're not, man. I tell you straight up why.
Gators don't have a run game. Florida State
doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter. But you got to look at it like this way. No, listen. You
see this right here? I was not this gray and white until I had to start arguing with Chris about Florida State.
But
listen
here. Our defense still ain't shit. They rushed 281 yards on us. They dominated us in rushing. We couldn't stop their run. But passing, they couldn't stop our passing game, which I don't even think we've had a passing game all season that really looked decent. But we threw 346 yards, passing yards, a total of 524, and they only undercut us by 508 yards. They had 508 yards, but penalties killed us. We had 11 penalties. 11. That's a lot of penalties.
So we had 12.
That's where I was telling you it was the undisciplined team. So I'm wondering, because it looked like the interim coach. They showed that video of them hyping up the guys.
Yes.
So that's like. So I'm wondering, was it Taggart? Was he he wasn't able to rein it in, but at the same time, where is the rest of the team taking up that slack? Because obviously this guy didn't just come out of nowhere. He was on the team.
Yes.
So what, so I'm like, what happened? I mean, was Taggart keeping him down, telling him no, but now it's like all of a sudden they're there and I'm like, same player, same team. What happened?
Maybe the players didn't want Taggart there no more. I don't know, but I'm extremely happy about the Brown box, and we got to win before my vacation, so I can't be happier. UCF lost. Didn't watch the Hawaii game, so I can't tell you about what happened. But I know UCF lost, and
it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. No, it wasn't pretty. I think it was 42-40 was the final score for Hawaii over San Jose State. It wasn't pretty, but it still was a.
Even better, down goes Bama. Down goes.
Hey, no. We're not done with FSU yet. Hold on, I'll let you in your rant. You already lost your bet. You're getting the Hawaii and UCF on both sides. I'm immediate. I'm the middleman now. The only reason I'm saying you're not going to beat Florida is because Georgia has to play Auburn this week.
Yes.
If Georgia loses, that opens that spot for Florida, which means if Florida wins out, they can be in the SEC championship, so they're going to play their damn hearts out. All they got to play is – I'm telling you, man, you're not going to be – if you beat Florida, they're going to be – I don't see it because they still have a run for the championship. Florida, they got to run for the championship.
Odell Higgins want this job. So if we can lose by within lose by 2 scores to Florida, I'll be happy. 1 score, field goal. If we can hold Florida down, I'll be happy. That's all that matters.
Do you think he's a serious candidate for the job, or do you think it's just going to be a placeholder? Because, I've still heard a little rumors about Stoops.
I've heard Deion Sanders, too. I heard Stoops, Deion Sanders.
See, I can't. I don't know. Could Deion Sanders do it? Yes. But, I don't know. It just to me, he does,
He doesn't
What's going to determine it? They're only giving him obviously 3 more games to play. That's not enough. But what's going to determine if he can stay is blow out Alabama State like you're supposed to, and either beat Florida or come within 3 to 7 points. And if you do that, I think he will keep that head coaching position.
Florida.
You have to blow out Alabama State and keep it close, or beat Florida. And I guarantee he'll keep that job.
That'll be your audition.
That's it. You got three games. You already beat Boston College, who nobody thought you would beat.
Yeah, y'all said I wouldn't beat Boston College. That's what you told me.
I think you would, man.
I know. See, that's why I'm turning white.
So realistically,
you tell me. I'm going to be the color of your shirt by the end of this season. That's all it is.
3 games left too.
I can see it. But I honestly, realistically, Florida State's my team. Just like we know, Austin Viking loves UCF. I see us going 2-0. I see us winning out 2-0. I don't see us beating Florida, honestly, realistically. But I got that miracle, the little kid on Christmas that thinks he's going to get this old grand old scheme.
You're going to get that bowl eligibility for Thanksgiving. Yay!
Yeah. Then you get the bag of switches that your mom told you you're going to get a bag of switches. So I really do think we can. Do I think we can beat Florida? No. But am I going to have my hopes up? Yes.
I'll take you guys on. I'll play you guys in the bowl game. I'm down. Let's do this.
No, I'd like to, like I said, there's that, I would love to see Hawaii UCF in a bowl.
Oh.
So who would you root for, Craig?
Oh, obviously
Hawaii. You got two high-powered offenses, and you got two mediocre defenses right now. So I mean, it was just you'd have all the thing, and it was just I think Hawaii could take them.
Bullshit.
I think Florida State can take them.
I want to bring Javier in because I don't want to talk more about UCF, man, because there's just so much to talk about, right? With all you seen it in our group, man. I'm hoping to bring Javier in next week. He's one of the admins and a huge UCF fan, so we can bring him in and talk about what is going on. And
I messaged him, and he was talking about possibly coming in Sunday.
Yeah, we'll bring him in Sunday.
Yeah, so that way we can bring him in to talk about that, the infighting between the players and just
what is going on. And there's something going on.
There's a lot of rumors.
So
tell me what.
So you're telling me I gotta be nice when Javier comes on, right?
Yeah. No, you can be whatever you want, but he's a cool guy. It's just mainly talking about what we're doing and the huge uproar in the split in our One Heartbeat group. It used to be everybody was so happy, and ever since our first loss, it's been split down the middle on showing who the true fans are of the fans of who joined in after we kept winning, and the fans that were there when Blake Bortles was in there, when we had our 0-12 season and stuff like that. That it's showing the true fans of who's in there. And what's great, I'm going to bring him in there because he's a avid, admin of our group. So.
But yeah, Chris, if you get too unruly, we always do have that technical difficulty button where we can just.
Hey, Chris's camera went bye-bye.
We got technical difficulties over there on Chris's side. Hopefully we can get it back on here in a couple minutes. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. No, back to Chris, what you're saying, man. Alabama went down.
That always works.
I had the amazing opportunity to be sitting in the same household as an Alabama fan. So cheering against them was so much more fun to watch the game when they were losing, But yeah, man, I don't know. Alabama they weren't the same Alabama you've seen, and it showed that they played nobody. And it showed. Because like I told you, Craig, I said Alabama is lucky. The only reason up there is because it's Alabama. They have played absolutely nobody. LSU this season has played Oregon top 10. They have beat Oregon. They beat Florida in the top 10. Did they play Georgia? I don't think they played Georgia, but they beat Florida. They beat Auburn. They beat Oregon. See, they beat all three of these teams, and all three of those teams are in the top 10. So LSU deserves to be in the top 10, and it's not showing up. But Alex, you're right. Hawaii and UCF. He picks UCF. It's not showing in the comments. I got to give him some praise.
No, I saw it. I was ignoring that. I don't agree with that comment at all.
I think it's kind of stupid that we're waiting till Tuesday to do the college football rankings, but
I think it's going to stay the same.
Yeah.
I honestly do. At least for the top three, it'd have to. It would have to be LSU, Ohio State, and Clemson.
Clemson will jump to number, but they're looking at the AP poll.
I know, but Clemson's not going to jump.
LSU, Ohio State.
No, it's going to be LSU number 1, number 2 is Ohio State, number 3 is Clemson, number 4 is Georgia.
The AP poll's trash.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I say that is because Georgia has how did I put it? They beat.
As long as you have Florida State in your conference, you're going to get drugged down.
Well, no. You say that, but dude,
No, I disagree. Dude,
that was a joke. That was a joke. Good Lord. Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be a really. I can't. I mean, I said BCS. I mean, it could be a shock, but I mean, I can't see LSU, Ohio State, or Clemson switching places at all.
No. It'll be 1, 2, 3. But Georgia's number 4 just because they beat top 10 Florida, and Alabama will be right behind them. But you got to look at it. LSU and Georgia are going to be 1 through 4, right? But they got to play each other in the SEC championship, and it either be LSU Georgia, LSU Florida.
Yep. Minnesota. Like I said, Minnesota could creep in there too. They
LSU Florida.
But Minnesota, look at their schedule. They still have to play number 20-something Iowa, and they still got to play Wisconsin. If they beat those 2 teams, they'll be in the top 5. But they have to beat Ohio State. If Penn State doesn't beat Ohio State, then obviously Minnesota has to beat Ohio, and whoever wins that Big Ten championship is going to be in the top 4. But either way, if Penn State beats Ohio State, then it's going to be Penn State versus Minnesota, I think, in the championship. And maybe Penn State can pull it out and pull out the loss from last time and beat Minnesota in the championship. But I think the biggest
I think Penn State can beat Minnesota.
The reason that I keep pushing to get Clemson out of the ACC and to put us in there is looking at this stupid effing Arkansas losing 45-19 to a Western Kentucky. Again,
that's why their coaches don't want to.
We're not bashing D1 lower D2 schools, but an SEC team is losing to a Western school. When you have a Western in your name, you're not one of the top elite. Western Kentucky. And you
Western Virginia might question your.
Sorry, you're right. Still.
I'm going to throw that out there.
Kentucky.
That's the outlier. Well, I'll give you a little leeway on that. That was the outlier. But you are right. But, when you get like Western Michigan and Western Illinois, no, I knew what you meant. I was just busting your balls.
The only win they have is I can't even find it. I'm going all the way to
Chris.
I can't even find it.
Okay.
But like on our pick'em thing, while he's looking there, he's just just wanted to give shout. Viking won last week. You, me, and Todd all tied at 7 points. Viking got 8, and then ESPN fan got 6. So it was actually a fairly close week.
How many did I get? I don't know.
7. You and me got 7.
All right.
Austin got 8.
They beat Portland State by 7, and they beat Colorado State by 21. Hey, and then you lose by 40-50 to Western.
Take it easy on the Mountain West.
I'm just saying, man. But the problem also, I was looking this crap up, man. Oregon's going to have a hard time getting in.
Oregon's not going to get in.
They might.
They have to win out, and they have to win the championship.
That's like us beating Florida.
Well, because LSU and Alabama already took care of one of the pieces that those teams needed. Mm-hmm. Now Ohio State still has to, has still got their championships. I mean, there still is a legitimate chance for one of the 5 and 6 teams to jump in to the playoffs. So they said they still got a shot.
You're gonna be playing. Who is it? Utah. Utah is still you and Utah are playing each other in the Pac-12 championship. Straight up, both y'all's schedules are easy from now out. Not y'all. You're Oregon State, but still, Oregon. They'll be playing Utah, and whoever wins that will have that last spot in the top 4. Guaranteed.
That's like me calling you a USF fan.
Don't compare me to the University of what is it?
You just called me a Duck fan, sir, and that hurt. That really hurt. That hurt. I'm gonna fire back.
That's what we call it, man, because they're South Florida. They're the University of
Florida.
They're the Western Community College Bulls. That's what we call them.
No offense to anybody that's a Florida fan.
Who?
No, I said nobody that's a fan of South Florida. No offense.
No, total offense. Screw you guys. No one likes you, Bulls. You can't even show up to your own game.
Yeah, not at all. Did you
You
even
had
know? Do you know that?
Wisconsin come down. Wisconsin's across the damn country, and they came down to beat you guys.
Came down and drug you.
Wisconsin fan. Last year, you were giving away tickets from Dunkin' Donuts in a 4-pack just because you didn't want us taking over your stadium. Screw you guys. You don't even own your own stadium. Oh, my God. Don't get me started. My chest hurts.
That's awesome. McDonald's. I'll take a McDouble and a large coffee. Oh, sir, and here is your free game ticket. Make sure you go.
I should have made that meme. I should have made that meme for Halloween. Oh, damn. They gave me Miami Dolphins tickets. No, it should have been, oh, damn. They gave me USF tickets. Damn it. No.
Yep.
No one likes USF.
New comb. Yeah. No, little jump across the pond thing there. There's some big.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
We'll get you off this one there. The Premier League, man, Manchester City goes down to Liverpool.
Liverpool beat Manchester City?
Yes.
Chris's team.
3-1.
That was an upset. That was an upset.
Nope.
It wasn't an upset?
Nope, Liverpool's number one.
Yeah, Liverpool. Oh!
Manchester City hung themselves.
Yeah, Liverpool is definitely a better team.
Yeah, so then Chelsea won, so they're up to third. I mean, it's just, I said, it's just for any of the soccer fans. And Messi got another
Alex? We see you. Thank you for joining us. How you doing, Alex?
What's going on, man? Your team's already losing 10-0 in the first quarter.
Oh,
Seattle.
Oh.
Hey, we got to just we're kind of, hopefully they don't put too much of a lead on there because, then there'll be too much to make, come back in the fourth.
Russell Wilson can't have a 28th comeback in the fourth quarter.
I know. You can't always pull it off, so it's just like, yep. Stepdad's a huge Niners fan. A couple friends back home. So, I've been kind of keeping a close eye on it. It's like, 10-0 on that score. So that's, here we go.
So, hey, speaking of that too, I have a stat here from Mr. Future Hall of Famer Lamar Jackson. In his first 16 career starts, he has 13 wins. Patrick Mahomes only has 12. Rushing yards, Lamar Jackson has 1,258. LaDainian Tomlinson in his first 16 career starts has 1,236. He has a better passer rating. He has 94.4. Tom Brady has 90.1. He has more yards per attempt, more than Aaron Rodgers, and his completion percentage is 63 compared to Drew Brees' is 61.
Wow.
Dude, this kid's a monster. I'm telling you, it's going to be the Ravens versus the 49ers. But this time it's going to be, 2012? The Harbaugh Bowl? Was it 2010, 2012?
Yep. And since another sport one, just kind of jumping on there. Okay, what's your guys' take on waiters from the NBA on the team flight? Decides to start chowing down on some edibles and just freaks the hell out.
Dude, I heard
10 game suspension. 10 games.
I heard he lost $2 million in that deal.
Wow.
Yeah, he just started popping, and all of a sudden, just panic attack. Waiters. I think it's Miami. I think he's Miami.
He was.
He just started flipping out on the plane, freaking out, and so when they finally figured it out, he's sitting there popping edibles. So you're in violation of the drug policy of the league, and you're doing this on the team flight.
He also lost $2 million between not getting paid for 10 games, and he lost the bonuses of multiple bonuses on top of not playing 70 games. He lost $2 million in this by taking edibles, man.
I sure hope the edibles was grade A.
The NBA, as far as I know, is the chillest of all the sports when it comes to marijuana, and you're about to mess it up for everybody. You better get your butt beat. I swear,
I'm not sure if Nerve Center there is entirely accurate on their stat there, but hey, we'll go with it.
Did you know that? Did you also know that? I think it's his passion. Odell Higgins. I hope they let him coach. He played for Florida State in 1985 to 1989 under Bobby Bowden. So Florida State is his passion. I mean, so I'm just looking at. Hopefully they let him remain coach. And he played for San Francisco 49ers overall. 248 1990 NFL draft. After 3 years in the NFL, 49ers, Bills, Higgins returned to Florida State. as a tight ends and offensive line coach. So he's been an O-line coach since he's been an O-line coach for like 25 years with Florida State. So
yeah, I mean, if he can do what he, like you said, if that was just a sign, of it, then I would say, I mean, he would definitely be worth a shot because, I mean, like I said, it was night and day, the teams that were on that field.
Wait a minute. We also forgot something. When I'm just reading some updates. When Jimbo Fisher resigned, Odell Higgins went 2-0. So why are they not giving him a chance? Does he not really want it? I mean, does he not want to tarnish his name? But he's also won one game. And so if we can go 3-0 and win out, that means he's got a total of 4 wins as Florida State's head coach. What do you think? Do you think that's a good option to give him a chance? Hey, look, we're going to give you a conditional offer on this job, or does he make more? Does he make
definitely
more,
gold star on your resume? That's for sure.
Does he make more as an O-line coach?
No, it's a definitely gold star, and it gives your alumni, a chance to build that money up there to go spend on Taggart. So I'll give him a chance. What's it going to hurt?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just like recruiting. Can he recruit? That's going to be the big thing.
So y'all got me salty, man. When I start digging deep at you guys. Craig, you said Pitt's on a good team, right?
No, I said Pitt was a good team.
Oh, it was? Okay, never mind.
I said they have really good run. They have a really good run defense. That's why I said when you played them, when you lost, I'm like, their run defense just picked apart your O-line.
About to say,
that's what I said. And then when I looked, I said that's why Temple is going to give you fits, and that was a loss. And then I swear I said, Tulsa, but I think I said Tulane.
You did say that. You said it.
And, so it was one of those things. And like I said, that those 3 teams, that's like something that they seem to just really do good on. And that's why I'm like, if this one Pitt showed the rest of the league how to pick you guys apart.
It was sad. But listen,
and that's why every game, it's like the run game. It's like if they can get somebody that's weak, boom, they break out. But if it's somebody if they start focusing on the run, then it's just you're strictly on the passing game. And if, like right now, if he's got a bad game, like, it'll show. If he's got a really good game, it's going to show. Because, they're just going to score points like crazy.
So, in the past 3 seasons, we've only lost 4 times. And LSU, obviously, was our first loss. And you see where they are now. Our first loss of this season was Pittsburgh by 1 point. They are 6-3. Now we go over to Cincinnati. We lost by 3 points. Now it's only 4 points total we've lost. And Cincinnati's 8-1. The only bad loss we've had was from Tulsa. And that was a bad loss. I look at it that way, man. And all the UCF fans that are freaking out, relax, man. You got to look. We have a true freshman quarterback. And we're
yeah, like you said, he's gonna make mistakes. It's like, God,
he was just like, he was just
out of high school, literally out of high school.
Exactly, he just had the senior prom, and and you got to remember, like, Chris is gonna bash me for it, but like I was watching the Alabama LSU game, honestly, you can tell the difference between AAC players and SEC players. AAC players are smaller, faster, but they're not big. You look at
exactly.
Alabama, they look strong. They look like grown-ass NFL men.
Bama will drag UCF by at least 40 points. So I've been trying to tell you that. I thank you. I respect you for saying yes.
They'll drag us by 40. They'll drag your ass by 80.
No, fuck no. But anyways, I do appreciate you saying that because these boys are a lot stronger. They look like,
You can't handle UL Monroe. You can't handle Bama. I'll keep bringing that up.
I understand how salty it is. How many years has it been? And I'm still bitter about the Georgia-Hawaii game. I still hold a grudge. So
yeah, you messed it up for everybody, man. You messed it up for every smaller school. You're the reason.
No, it's like I said. It's like, so hopefully, like, so we can get Javier on. Talk. I said, get your picks in. You can join that thing so we can try this next week.
He'll join us.
It's gonna be a crazy one again. Like I said, I'm trying. preview for it. I mean, I'm not sure what the big match is this weekend.
Nothing. I didn't see anything big. Nothing till next week. Next week is going to be all like the big games. Maryland.
Yeah.
Oh, why isn't this working?
Miami drugged somebody. They got a quality win.
Oh, the big game might be Navy Notre Dame. Maybe Wake Forest Clemson. Wake Forest almost lost.
Yeah, I think that's a big.
Georgia Auburn.
Michigan State, Michigan, Georgia Auburn will be a good one.
Minnesota Iowa.
Yep, that's.
Other than that, everything else. I mean, the 7:00 Cincinnati's gonna blow out USF because the Bulls suck. So.
Now, what I want to see is South Florida.
Oh, you just mad because the Bulls beat y'all?
So that way Austin's like, I love those guys.
No, I'm not, because if they beat Cincinnati, that's gonna screw us up. Even though Memphis is right behind them with the same record. No, man. We need Cincinnati and Memphis and SMU to run the table because one of them is gonna be in its.
Just Austin, sit there in your corner. Just
meditate.
They'll have bad years. It's going to happen. And this one, unfortunately, was a bad year. But
if the 3-loss season is a bad year, I'll take it.
Yeah.
4 years ago, we were at an 0-12.
True freshman quarterback, like you said. I mean, that's not
4 years ago, we didn't even win a season. We went from winless to perfection. I'll take it, man. I love being a UCF fan.
Yeah, that's and if you've got, like I said, there's definitely upside. I mean, like I said, it just once we'll talk to Javier this Sunday, and we'll talk more about it, see what happens. But it's one of those things where it's like people just need to calm down. I mean, what's right now? I mean, is there potential for a fourth loss? Yes, but I mean, most likely
you have those.
Like I said, most likely you guys will probably finish 9-3, which is not a bad season at all.
Oh, but you got to look at it. As soon as Alabama lost, there was all those fans that were trying to fire Saban. They were trying to fire Saban after one loss.
I need 2 pictures of salt shakers on each one of these. No, there needs to be a salt shaker on each one of your faces right now. Salty.
Speaking of salt, I can run downstairs and run outside. They've salted the roads already. I can grab some salt from out there.
All right.
Birds of fly, man.
Before this gets too out of control, everybody should just calm down and enjoy a nice piece of cake from Nanny Cakes. Eat some comfort food. I mean, you can't ask for when you're all stressed out, your team just lost. What do? You got to find that comfort. Really? So you just plow into that giant cupcake. Plow into that giant cupcake. Just make yourself feel all that. Then after that's done, you realize, okay, I feel really bad that I just ate that giant cupcake. But God, was that cupcake amazing?
But listen,
now you might have to wash your beard with some Brat's beard care.
Listen, with Nanny Cakes, me and my sister always go to try to spend time with our mom. We're grown up, we're living on our own, so we try to at least see her once a month. And I was talking to her, trying to meet up with her at least this week, and the only day she had was Wednesday. I was like, all right, let's go have dinner, right? And she goes, all right, we can do this. And she goes, oh, wait, you have your podcast Wednesday. I'm like, oh, crap, I forgot. She's like, I'm busy. Rest of the week, I can't. I was like, really? You're that busy? She's like, every weekend.
Cool.
So, yeah, man, it's awesome. Look at the phone number right there. And 407-923-2898.
You will not be disappointed.
Facebook, Instagram, man, everything. Every weekend she's doing something. Birthday cakes, wedding cakes. Delicious. It's so good.
Yeah, and I brought it, like I said, for anybody. Apple butter is the new limited release from Brat's Beard Care. Oh my God.
It is awesome.
Amazing. Yeah, smells great. I said, my wife really liked it too. I was a test to see if she'd care for it, and like I said, it really, and that blend seems to last really long too.
It does. The scent on the apple butter lasts. You got apple butter too, Aust?
No, that's Island Breeze.
Island Breeze, man. I'm running out. I'm running low. But hey, I got testimony, man. Not just because they're our sponsor and whatever. I forgot my beard oil. I forgot my beard soap when I went hunting. So for 3 days, I couldn't wash my beard. I came back Sunday night, took a shower. I had 0 tangles in my beard. My beard was so smooth from using that oil. It just sits in there. It's amazing.
I think I heard about
It's
that. I saw some of
amazing.
the news about a ginger Sasquatch that was roaming around in the woods.
We were looking for it, man. There was some weird stuff in the woods. You don't know. But there was seriously, dude, like, I'm not saying don't use this stuff when you buy it, but just so you know, if you go 2 days without using it, your beard will still be nice and smooth, still look good, man. Because I was out in the woods, like, obviously, dirt, everything. I came back. I was expecting to be all tangled up. Nothing. We went right through. It was, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yes. Yeah. So, check him out. Kelly Broad at broadsbeardcare.com. You can also, get to it via our website, 3beerspodcast.com. And, like I said, according to the thing, it's like, maybe that'll have to be our topic, Sasquatch,
Austin.
Yeah, if you check out
the newest reportings of the ginger swamp age, is out there.
Remember, when you're at broadsbeardcare.com, you type in 3 Beards. Is it 3 Beards podcast, right?
It's 3 Beards, and you get 20% discount.
20% off, and then if you message Nanny Cakes, let her know 3 Beards, you get 15% off your order. So.
Yep. Yeah. So just please, visit our sponsors. Let them know you heard from us. It's like go to our website, 3beerspodcast.com. We've got merchandise. Trying to work on getting a few different T-shirt ideas going. So if anybody does graphic arts, hit us up, email us, text us, do something. Let us know. We'll see if we can't work some deal out working with you because we got a lot of ideas. Just none of us can draw.
Too many ideas.
Yeah, we can grow the beard. We just can't draw.
I wish I had that photo you sent me of the Knights of the Red Beard on standby. That'd be awesome.
I could see if I can find it. I just, if you just people want to see.
It's the second one in Messenger.
How talented!
Oh, there it is. There it is. I got it.
Yeah,
it's kind of bad.
See, like you got to do it. See, you can see a little bit of the red squiggly lines. Yeah.
I said
that's my graphic arts ability right there.
Said, hey, I gotta make the UCF with the red beard. I said, okay, so you sent me that UCF logo with some red squiggly lines. Obviously, we're not.
I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're just talkers, man. We talk sports and conspiracies. We don't draw, so we need some creative people.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Chris, Austin, enjoy your vacation. Happy birthday to your wife, Lisa. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chris's wife, Lisa. Happy birthday to you.
Well, y'all have
So there you go. All right, you guys enjoy your vacation. We'll see you Wednesday. Yep. Most likely. He said if not, he said we'll be there. But as always, gentlemen.
She said thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.